Good afternoon, it's Jeff and Wilma here at Bartered, and this afternoon we're making some lychee and ginger chutney. This is going to be a fantastic chutney. We've got these beautiful, magnificent lychees that we did a bit of a barter for about a month ago or so, or maybe a bit more than a month ago, from a lychee farmer. And I've got a heap in the freezer. So what I'm doing is just, so I'm just cutting into about 3 or 4 pieces, and I'm going to get about 3 cups or 3.5 cups of these for my chutney. So I say these are the best lychees I've seen. They're absolutely beautiful. So I'll have them of an evening for dessert, just half thaw them out and eat them half frozen, and beautiful and sweet. So I'm going to make another video of lychee and ginger syrup. So these ones are pretty easy to peel because they're nice and big. Admittedly they do have a large seed, but there's still plenty of flesh in there, and we got them for the right price, so there's nothing wrong with that. So hopefully I'll get some more next year. Right, so I'm just cutting up these apples. These are cooking apples for the chutney. Just cut it in quarters and then a couple more times there. Cut them in quarters and then cut them through again, and then cut them a couple of times. Get them nice and chunky. So I'm going to get about 3.5 cups of these cooking apples, and so that's about the size I'm cutting them. These sizes. Okay. I'm just thinly slicing this garlic here we got. The day after we planted our garlic, Wilma got a heap of it on special, just over $3 a kilo. So we ended up buying 3.5 kilos, and the reason why it was on special, this is Mexican garlic, and the reason why it was on special was because it was starting to sprout. So I put another bed in, plus I planted a whole heap in boxes to use for greens, for like a spring onion or garlic greens, and we froze the rest. So I'm a bit generous with the garlic in this chutney. I'm going to go for about 1/4 cup or a bit over 1/4 cup. So I'm just cutting it thin. Right, so now what we're doing now is cutting up the ginger. So I'm going for about 3/4 cup of this finely sliced ginger. This is the young ginger we harvested a few weeks ago, and this is sort of out of the freezer, and it seems to cut up quite easy when it's sort of frozen or semi-frozen. So the young ginger's got a beautiful flavour, beautiful mild flavour. It's not too strong, so this will add a beautiful flavour to our chutney. So I'm just cutting up my red shallots now. These are my red Asian shallots. We've got these laid on, so we're going to go for about 1/2 cup of these. So if you haven't got these and you want to make this recipe, you could just use golden shallots or even red onions, I guess. So I just sharpened up my knife, so it's slicing pretty good. Okay, so we're ready to rock and roll with this lychee and ginger chutney. So I've got 3.5 cups of the coarsely chopped cooking apples, and I've got 3.5 cups of these lychees with the juice. Now we have 1 cup of brown sugar, packed brown sugar, and because this is dark brown, I'm using some dark brown as well as some raw sugar. And we have 1 cup of apple cider vinegar. We have 1/2 cup of raisins. They're a little bit darker than normal, but
they're organic ones.
Oh, right, that's good. Now we have, as I said, 1/2 cup of the chopped red shallots, and we have About a quarter of a cup of our chopped garlic, finely chopped, finely sliced garlic, and 3/4 of a cup of our ginger, thinly sliced ginger. So I've got some of this ghost chilli, so I've got a little bit of the ghost chilli in that teaspoon, and we've got 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of allspice or mixed spice. That's a lot of nutmeg and cinnamon in that. And so what I'm going to do is turn the heat on and bring this to a simmer. Righto, so we've come to the simmer here with our chutney, and so I'm just going to let it simmer away and cook into a chutney. Right, so it's probably about another hour since the last time, and it's well and truly looking more like a chutney now.
It smells beautiful.
I had to walk out of the house for a minute, for a while, and come back, and the smell I walked into is absolutely beautiful. So I'm just thinly slicing some of these bunya nuts to go in this chutney. So I'm going to get about a cup. So normally what I do 5 minutes before I turn the heat off is put about half a cup of slivered almonds in the chutney, and that gives it a nice effect, and that goes for any chutney. I turned it down a bit while we did the bunyas, so what I'm going to do is just increase the heat and just put our thinly sliced bunya in there, and just give it another 5 minutes, the same as I would with the slivered almond. Right, so here's our finished product.
Oh, it's beautiful, Jeff. That bunya nuts just thickened it up nicely.
Yeah, so the bunyas are still well, probably they'll soak up some of the juice while we're just cooling it down. And but it's got a beautiful feel about it.
Looks lovely.
It looks beautiful, and smells beautiful, tastes fantastic.
You didn't put too much chilli in this time?
No, just a little bit. Anyway, well this is our lychee and ginger chutney video. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later. Bye.